Welcome to Internet Safety for 3rd grade. This is Mr. Knobloch. Let's get started. It's important to be good digital citizens. What are some communities or groups that you are a part of? You could be on a softball team, Happy Meal lovers team, checker players, video gamers, Medulla students, and many, many more different types of groups you could be a member of. What expectations do we have for being a part of our classroom community? Well, in the classroom, we're supposed to treat each other kindly, be respectful, follow the rules, don't make a mess, pay attention in class, and more classroom rules. Why do we want our communities to have these kinds of behavior expectations? Expectations let us all know how we're supposed to get along and work with each other. If we did not have expectations, everyone would behave however they wanted and not know if they were behaving well or poorly. What kind of expectations do we have for each other when we go online? To be respectful and kind to each other, don't make fun of others, and keep our private information private. Private information is information that only you and your family members should know. What is your digital footprint? We've got a movie to show you right now.
Good evening. Welcome to DFA, Digital Footprint Anonymous, a fellowship where girls and boys help each other learn not to leave a digital footprint. I'm Dr. Anderson. Last week we learned about what a digital footprint was. Every time you go online, you leave a digital footprint. It could be websites you visit, the things you say online, and how you say them, texts, pictures, and videos posted online or sent on your phone. These could be good or bad posts. So let's get started. Who would like to go first?
I'm Caitlin, and I'm a digital footprint abuser.
Hi, Caitlin!
Me and my best friend got into an argument. She made me so mad that I went online and said some pretty mean things about her. The next day, I ran into my friend at school. She looked at me, then turned around and walked away.
I tried deleting what I had posted.
But as we are learning today, it is there to stay.
Yes, it is important to remember that anything you post online is permanent. Even after you deleted it, it's still there. So does anyone else want to share?
Hi, I'm TJ, and I'm a digital footprint abuser.
Hi, TJ!
I was at my cousin's birthday party. Some of us got to horsing around while we were eating cake. While Emily was about to eat her cake, her face was smashed into her piece. We all laughed and laughed. I was taking a video of it on my phone and I texted it to one of my friends. And before I knew it, it was texted to many others and even posted on YouTube.
Just remember, when you're going to post something online, get permission with an adult. Anyone else would like to share?
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I'm a victim of a digital footprint abuser.
Hi, Isabella!
This week, I have a good thing to report. It's about telling parents or adults when you get bullied. I had been getting hate emails from a person in my class. This person was threatening to hurt me if I told anyone, so I kept my mouth shut. But this past week, I had enough. I got the courage to tell. This person had been punished, and now I'm not getting hateful emails.
That is wonderful news. Thank you for sharing, Isabella. We will close with standing and reciting the DFA promises.
We promise to remember that everything we post online is permanent. We promise to report cyberbullies to parents or teachers.
We will continue next week. I hope you all will return. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, a review of the video we just watched. What did the members of Digital Footprints Anonymous have in common? They were digital footprint abusers, which means they made poor choices online that hurt the feelings of others and damaged their own reputations. What makes up your digital footprint? Websites you visit, things you say online, and any texts, pictures, or videos that you share. What happened when the students tried to take back what they did? The internet is a permanent place, which means videos can be put online and be shared and copied, so even if you take the original down, your information can still stay out there. Keep it private.
Do you like going online? There's lots of fun things to do, but it is important to remember some simple rules that will help you and your friends stay safe. First of all, keep personal information safe and remember that people online are strangers. Here's Polly playing a game. A person she meets wants to know her name. What do you think she should do? Remember, people online are strangers and they may not be who they say they are. Don't share photos with them, or let them know things like your real name, your birthday, the name of your school, or where you live. And never, ever meet up with someone you've met online. Make sure that you only talk with friends you know in real life. Another thing to remember is to ask before you share photos of others. Sal takes a photo of Ash. She wants to share it with their friends. They all think it's funny. But what's that? Somebody else can see it too. The photo starts to pop up everywhere, and Sal just can't take it back. How do you think Ash feels? It is also important to always be kind to others. Some people think it is okay to be bullies when they can hide behind the screen. But talking and playing with others online is just the same as in the playground. You should always be kind and respectful to each other. And finally, always ask an adult. Ask an adult to go online with you. They can help you find the things that are right for you. If something happens that makes you feel funny or upset, or if something goes wrong with your computer, always tell an adult and they can make it better.
Private information. It is important not to share private information while you are online. Private information are details about you that can identify you or make it easy for a stranger to learn where you are, who you are, and how to find you. Sharing private information online can also allow strangers to steal your identity, which means they pretend to be you online, which can damage your reputation. It is not safe to share private information online because the internet is a permanent public place, which means that things you do there can be seen by a lot of people and stay around forever. Private information or not. I will read you some text. You will yell out whether it is private information or not. So you're going to say private information or not. That's your two choices. I am in third grade at Medulla in Mrs. Strange's class. Is that private information or not? That is private information, and you should not put that on the internet. My shoes are nice and new. Private information or not? That is not private information. It's just saying that your shoes are nice and new. No one can figure out who you are based on that. My dog is a German Shepherd named Barker. Is that private information or not? That's private information. If you told somebody that your dog's name is Barker and they knew a dog named Barker, they might know then who your dog is and be able to figure out who you are. My dad works at the Lake Miriam Plaza Publix in the deli. Private information or not? That's private information. If you told people that your dad works at the deli in Publix and exactly which Publix it is, they could figure out who you are. I like pepperoni pizza. Is that private information or not? Not. Nobody can figure out who you are just by saying you like pepperoni pizza. Safe or unsafe to say online? I'm going to show you some things, and you're going to shout out whether it's safe or unsafe to say online. Ready? Here we go. Using your full name. Is that safe or unsafe to say online? That is unsafe. You should never tell anyone your full name online. How about sharing your address? Is that safe or unsafe to say online? Shout it out. That is unsafe. You should never share your address online. How about talk about where you attend school? Is that safe or unsafe? Shout it out. That is unsafe. Remember, you should never state online what school you go to. How about your phone number? Is that safe or unsafe to say online? Unsafe. You should never share your phone number online. Sending pictures to strangers. Is that safe or unsafe? That's unsafe. Never send pictures of yourself to strangers. How about sharing what your favorite food is? Is that safe or unsafe? That's safe. Just saying you like chocolate cupcakes. No one can figure out who you are by saying that. Sharing your hobbies. Is that safe or unsafe? Shout it out. That is safe. If you tell somebody you like playing with radio-controlled cars, that is not a way that anyone can figure out who you are. How about downloading stuff from the internet? Is that safe or unsafe? That is unsafe. You should always get permission before you download anything online. Some things are safe for kids to download, but other things can be dangerous and mess up your computer. Be sure to ask an adult before you download things. Share your username or password. Is that safe or unsafe to share online? Shout it out. That is unsafe. You should never share your username or password. What kind of information can you share online safely then? Your favorite color is fine. Your favorite restaurant. Your hobbies. Number of pets you have. Your favorite sports team. What your favorite movie or TV show is. Foods that you hate to eat. Those are all safe. What kind of information can you never share online? Your full name, your address, your school or teacher name, your phone number, your plans, like if you're going on vacation or leaving town. You don't want a burglar to break into your house, do you? Your username and password. You don't want people taking tests for you. People names in your family. You don't want to put out who your father or your mother is, your brothers or your sisters. Why is it a good idea to protect your private information? Well, the answer is that strangers can use your private information to find you in the real world or steal your online identity and pretend to be you. Like this guy. You don't want him to pretend to be you, do you? Or her. What is a good rule for kids about giving out information online? They should stick to information that cannot be used to identify you, and make sure to always get the permission of an adult before sharing it online. Cyberbullying. I've got a video for you. Here we go.
Well, this isn't fun anymore.
Hey, what's up? Ready to work on our project? Wait, is something wrong?
No, well, yeah. That player 3 got online and was trash talking.
Trash talking? Really?
Yeah, and I know I should ignore it, but, well, words do hurt sometimes.
I know how you feel. I once posted a photo of my dog, and because I forgot to make the photo private, anyone could comment on it.
What happened?
The comments were totally mean, and I didn't even know those people.
What did you do?
You mean after I burst into tears? Well, I remember the rules of STOP, stop. S, step away. T, tell a trusted adult. O, okay sites first. P, pause and think online. I tried to follow that advice, and believe me, it's not easy. So I told my big sister, who said that true friends support each other. No bashing allowed. Remember, there's always someone else on the other side of that screen. How do you treat others online?
What should you do when someone uses mean or scary language on the internet? Raise your hand if you've heard the saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." Okay, put your arms down now. What does that saying mean? It means that words are just words. They can't actually hurt you. All they can do is hurt your feelings. You should try to ignore when other people say mean things to you. Words are powerful. Sometimes it can be hard to ignore when someone is saying something mean. Those things can definitely hurt your feelings. Kind or unkind? I'm going to show you some statements. You will shout out if you think the statement is kind or unkind. You're an idiot. Is that kind or unkind? Shout it out. That is unkind. You are not invited to my birthday party. Is that kind or unkind? Shout it out. That is unkind. I like your new haircut. Is that kind or unkind? Shout it out. I like your new haircut is definitely kind. Did you finish your homework? Is that kind or unkind? It's kind. They're not calling you any names or anything, so we'll say it's kind. You are so fat and ugly. Is that kind or unkind? It's definitely unkind. You don't want to say that to someone online. Why are you taking so long with your homework? Is that kind or unkind? Shout it out. That is unkind. They're making you seem like you're wasting their time. What is your favorite book? Kind or unkind? That's kind. Coach Holmes is just so silly. Is that kind or unkind? That is unkind. I think that Daniel is a big old goober head. Is that kind or unkind? Definitely unkind. Susie told me a secret. Want to hear it? Is that kind or unkind? That is unkind. It's a secret. No one's supposed to tell anyone. I hope you have a nice day. Is that kind or unkind? Shout it out. That is a kind thing to say. You're such a good friend. Kind or unkind? Shout it out. Another kind thing to say. You stink at math. Is that kind or unkind? Saying you stink at math is unkind. Now we're going to talk about a thing called copyright. A copyright is a law that gives the owner of a written document, a musical song, a book, a picture, a video, an invention, or any other creative thing that they make, the right to decide what other people can do with it. Copyright laws make it easier for authors to make money by selling the things they make, create, or invent. How can you show that an idea belongs to you and not someone else? Put your name on the thing you create very easily. How would you feel if someone pretended that your work was theirs? Is that like stealing? You would feel upset, angry, frustrated, or cheated. It's normal to want to be recognized for the things you do or make, and it makes people upset when someone else copies you. Has anyone heard the term plagiarism before? Plagiarism is when someone uses some or all of someone else's work or ideas and says that they created it themselves. How can plagiarism happen online? When you copy and paste an article or share a picture as though you were the one who wrote, took it, or drew it, that is online plagiarism. How can you properly give someone credit for their own work? You can use a thing called a citation, which is key information about a source used for a report or other research project, including the author, title, publisher, and date of publication. Watch the following video to learn about copyright and creativity and rules that protect people's original ideas.
Have you ever watched a great movie or heard a great song and been inspired to do something creative yourself? We're surrounded by creativity all the time, and we can all draw inspiration from that creativity.
Okay, but what if that inspiration makes me want to actually use part of someone else's work in my own creation?
Did you know that there are ways to do this that are still legal and fair to the artist?
Really?
Sometimes we quote from books in book reports, or use photos from websites in presentations for school. People use clips of movies in movie reviews, and sometimes even put poems to music for new songs. The possibilities are endless.
Sweet.
When we want to pull other people's creative work into our own, there are several ways we can do that responsibly and ethically. One way is to get permission. This could mean contacting the author, artist, or publisher and asking for permission. If you have a situation where you need permission, you can try reaching out to the artist or owner.
That sounds like a pain. What if it doesn't work? What if they don't answer?
An easier way to use work with permission is to choose something from the massive collection of creative work that has been licensed for you to use for free. This is called Creative Commons. Artists who give their work a Creative Commons license are giving permission in advance for you to use and reuse their work in your own. Depending on which license they choose, you might have to follow some requirements, but many Creative Commons works are available to use without any restrictions.
Okay, cool.
Another way we can pull someone else's creative work into our own is by choosing something from the public domain.
The what?
The public domain. It's free for everyone to use and reuse however we'd like. In the United States, the public domain includes all work published more than 95 years ago because the copyright has expired. Finally, there's one more very important way that copyright allows us to reuse other people's creative work. Depending on your project, you might be able to rely on something called fair use. Fair use is an important part of copyright that allows us to reuse copyrighted work, without permission, in limited ways that are still fair to the owner. With fair use, you aren't limited to works in the public domain and Creative Commons, and you don't need to get permission. But fair use doesn't always apply. It depends on what you want to do with the work. We'll talk more later about how to know if you're in a real fair use situation. The following videos will explore each of these options for reusing someone else's creative work in our own.
When someone copies and pastes text, images, video, or anything someone else created without giving credit, this is called plagiarism. Plagiarism is a form of cheating, and it's against school rules. If a teacher asks you to write a report or complete a project, the teacher expects you not to copy others' work, even if it's from a web page. Even copying something in your own handwriting is still plagiarism. Here's an example. This is from Wikipedia, the story of Jack and Jill. And it says little information about what it is. Well, if you take a piece of notebook paper and you write the same exact stuff that's from Wikipedia, the same exact words, copying is plagiarism. So you can't do that. Copyright laws protect the ownership of authors' written works, photos, drawings, videos, and other graphics by requiring that people who make copies only do it when they have the owner's permission. Okay. However, there are some things that are considered fair use and do not require copyright permission, only that a citation be given. What is a citation? Next, you'll see a citation, which is key information about a source used for a report or other research project, including its author, title, publisher, and date of publication. We will go through this citation and learn about the different parts. This citation is for an online magazine article about Amelia Earhart. Citations look like this. D.B. Cooper. That's the article's author. So somebody named D.B. Cooper wrote the original article about women pilots, or Amelia Earhart. They wrote that article in 2013. The title of the article was Amelia Earhart, American Pilot. The name of the magazine it came from was called Woman Pilots Magazine. And that was retrieved from a certain place online, and it's called the URL. And that's what that www.https://pilotsamerican_woman_Earhart.com, that's where they got the article from. That's what a citation looks like, the thing on the top. And the description on the bottom that's color-coded tells you what it is. Red for the name of the author, blue for the year it was published, green for the title of the article, purple for the name of the source, and the orange color is the address online of the article. Congratulations, you've completed third grade Internet Safety.